So I have a remote deal that I couldn't exactly close it because it was too expensive. I got more expensive stuff than I realized I was getting, and I'm just not in a position to be buying expensive stuff that might sit for a while. But let me show you what I got, and I'll show you what I ended up doing. The story is they bought a storage locker, and it was full of Star Trek stuff, and this is all the stuff they couldn't sell. It's a bunch of autographed past photos of Star Trek, like, I don't know much about Star Trek. Doesn't come with any kind of COA or anything. It does look to be authentic, and they said it was, you know, in a horde of other good stuff that they did really well on. So if they had some good stuff, they probably had others. I'm also taking the person's word for it. But what I'm gonna do, because these don't come with COAs, and I frankly just don't wanna buy them because they're too expensive, I'm gonna try and sell them at $1,000. What I'm doing, because I don't wanna buy these, I'm consigning them. And this is opening up a whole new avenue for me, the potential to consign stuff. I said I was gonna do it at 15%. He's like, how about 20? And I was like, oh, sure, yeah, I'll take that extra 5%. So I got these up, $1,000. I just made a TikTok about it, and if I can sell it, then I'm getting $200 just to be a middleman. I don't know if I'll be able to sell those, but I believe I'm gonna be able to sell these. This is a Purple Heart. I'm gonna be very careful touching it, just with my 2 fingers here. It's from 1944. I don't wanna unravel it and damage it, but this is the original paperwork with the metal. Private Robert Cease Lilly, he was wounded in 1944 in December. And he got his medal in 1956. Yeah, France, December 5th, 1944. So this is his Purple Heart. He's got a bronze star, and this piece, which admittedly I don't know what it is, I should look it up. So he wants $1,500 for these, and I offered you know, I bought a Purple Heart recently. I paid 50, I got 90 on it pretty quick, and I probably could have gotten more. But 1,500's a lot. I understand it comes with the original paper, and it belongs in a museum, it's a treasure, but I am going to consign it, and I'm gonna take 20%. So I threw it up 1,500, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna consign this for 30 days, can't sell it in 30 days, it's gone back. But my God, is it a cool piece of history to have here. And then this is the stuff I am buying. Well, not this, he wants 400 on this, and I can't tell if this is a joke or not. Commemorating the president, January 20th, 1993, which is Bill Clinton, from the Criminal Investigations Division. I think this is serious, but I looked at this and thought it was some kind of like a weird joke. He wants 500 on this. And this, I'd be surprised if I sold. I don't think I'm gonna get 500, but it's out there. And then this stuff I'm buying, I'm buying the stamps from him because they're inexpensive. Ounce of silver, and the silver plate thing is only $1. So, good remote deal. And if you guys want me to consign stuff, this is, like I said, a whole new avenue. This is the first time I've done it, but I have a huge audience. And there's all kinds of cool stuff I get that I'd like to have it here, but I just can't buy it. It's too expensive. So if you got something like that, let me know. Give an update on this. It's only been a couple hours. I got a ton of inquiries. I was able to sell this for $750. So I am taking a 20% commissions, quick $150 or so to me. Not bad for doing literally nothing. And I'm definitely gonna do more consigning now because this went really well. This is something I definitely did not want to buy it outright, but being able to put it on my page and then just move it that quickly, just being able to make money, having it here, generating views, generating eyes, and literally doing nothing on my own money, just using my currency of social media to sell it. So really, really, really happy with what happened here. There are these movers, they're Russians, they're Russian nationals. They're built like brick shithouses. I used them for moving. I met them a couple years ago, and they moved in my showcases. And the one guy comes in here all the time. He's a coin collector, doesn't speak much English, but he's got vintage USSR stuff from home, and he's been selling it to me. It's good stuff, so I'll show you some of the stuff I got. He just sold me this about an hour ago. This is a vintage 1960s, somewhere in the 1960 era. I can't read Russian writing, so like I don't know what this says, but he said it was from the 60s, and all the stuff that he sold me is legit. It's a belt buckle. Like I said, it's got the communist star on it. I paid 45 on this. I'll probably get somewhere in the neighborhood of 75 to 100. I haven't even listed this yet. And then he came in yesterday and he did this big lot of stuff, and I traded him 1 ounce of silver for this. This is a Russian bank badge. So what happened was if you were an entity of the, well, everybody was an entity of the state, but like if you worked at a bank, it was owned by the state, you know, central authority, the joys of communism. So you were given a badge to work in the bank, but you didn't own the badge. You had to give it back when you were done. So this is a bank badge that somebody just didn't give back, came to America with, and now I have it. These are pretty rare. So I traded 1 ounce of silver for this. I got about $100. I did this whole lot. There's all the stuff here for, I think, $279 is what I sold it for, so I'm making about 150 bucks on this deal. This is a replica, but even the replica of this is worth 40 bucks, 50 bucks. It's a Russian replica, not a Chinese replica. These two are authentic. These are awards, or like you're issued these by the state for being a good communist citizen. It's like a medal of merit for being, you know, a good communist or whatever. So most of these are replicas. These ones, these tiny little ones, these are all real. I paid $2 a pin. I'm getting 5 a pin on them.
one of my followers wanted one. I was doing it as a whole lot, and one of my followers like really wanted one pin, so I had him pay 10 bucks on it. And then these ones are all replicas here, but these replicas go for 20 to 40 bucks each because they're high quality replicas made in Russia. And then I have some currency notes. I'm like 99% sure that this is fake. I mean, this looks like, it feels fake and it looks like it was printed on Xerox paper, but this doesn't really have any value. Or I didn't really factor this and this value into this. It's mostly the metals. I mean, mostly this. So great success, great stuff from communist Russia. I do Semyon proud, do I not? I can just hear Semyon being like, "Chew. We don't like you." I'm getting so much cool shit in the store. Look at this. I might keep one of these for myself. I got 2 of these. Check it out. I bought these sets. I bought 2 of them. It's the 4 houses of Harry Potter. Each one is 1 ounce. They only made 5,000 of each one. So I got 2 sets. I'm probably gonna keep this one, just stick it away, because I think these are gonna go way up in value. But then this one I'm gonna sell. And I'm just trying to get more of this stuff in my showcase because it looks so good.
I'll tell you guys something. I pay for a magazine advertisement now. It's a mailer. It's not a magazine, but it goes out to every home in the suburb that I am in. It's once a month. It's got a little coupon. I just turned 14. It's got a little coupon. It says bring in $300 worth of stuff, you get 10 bucks back. 400 or more, you get 20 back. So it's been incentivizing people to come in here. And I was very begrudging about buying it because I honestly got hustled into buying it by this big company that like does this, but it's been effective. However, I also pay somebody to do my Google AdWords and my AdSense. That's also effective. But you know what's really effective? That sign. That sign cost me $120. It goes out every day. It has driven in so much business here because I'm on a busy street. People see it, they see the yellow, they look. I rolled my eyes when I bought it. I just thought, oh God, I'm gonna be one of those stores. Like, next thing you know, I'm gonna be hiring somebody to be flipping one of those big signs that says we buy gold. But so I bought this thing, and sure enough, my God, is this a good investment. But yeah, I just noticed, we're talking about this because I just noticed that it is dirty. So we're gonna give it a good shine, a nice finish, the Evan Kale touch. All right, let's get this thing shined. I had my most successful deal of the day, I think ever since I've gone off on my own. I got these 2022 South African silver Krugerrands. I bought 200 of them. I did a deal of the day. It was $29 each. I sold that quick. I mean, I didn't make a lot of money on the deal, but when I do these promotional things, these like great silver deals, because these are going for like 31 online. What sucks about doing these is you get people that they only want to order one. So I make, you know, $1.50, $2, but I have to physically package it and do it, and it takes, you know, 10 minutes sometimes if my head's in enough different places. But I sold out of my 200, and then I bought 175 more. I wanted to buy 300, but the guy didn't have them. I just saw him 2 days ago, and in that time period, he moved them, so 175 was what I could get. But unfortunately, what I found out about what I'm building toward with this ramble is I guess these 2022 South Africans have been counterfeited, and counterfeited well. And they're out there now. So I really don't think that these are gonna be bad. They look fine, they feel fine. You know, I handle enough silver where I think I would know by feeling it, but let's check them out just to be sure.
So let's go to 3. So that's good. For shits, we'll do one more, but these are fine. Yeah, these are fine.
So all the silver is legit. As I always say, if I sold you something that wasn't good, I would give you your money back. I have a reputation to protect. I don't peddle in fake goods. I would be really shocked if one of my suppliers was giving me something fake. These people have licenses themselves. They're protected. They really do their due diligence before they buy. I've never seen anything fake come through one of my suppliers, ever. And I've done a lot of volume, so just know that.
And that's what's up. Thank you, goldandsilvertesting.com. You continue to send me supplies. You are so kind. Oh, wow. Look at this stuff they sent me. Hey, Evan, let us know what you think about the loop. Thanks again, goldandsilvertesting.com. So if you guys want to get the stuff that I use for testing gold, silver, platinum, all precious metals, coins, jewelry, goldandsilvertesting.com. They are your people. Their prices are very reasonable. Thank you guys so much. So we got a bunch of, looks like toys or something in here. Let's open them up. It's like an Atari, some old games. More of these fire trucks. Some more fire trucks here. Okay, so like more like fire truck stuff. Okay, cool. So let's kind of go through it. There's kind of a lot going on, so I didn't film
all of that, but that was exactly what I was hoping for. Same people at the fire trucks that came back with more. So I made like $2 grand on the first round of this. We bought some junky video games. I mean, some of them are kind of good. We have this is an Atari? Yeah, an Atari flashback too. We paid $300 for everything y'all see here. And these toys, you know, shit, I'm like, these prices they have on them are actually what they're gonna go for. So just right here's my money back. I have no idea what some of the rest of this is gonna go for, but this is gonna be a great deal. And I decided that these are gonna be better in a TikTok than they are gonna be on eBay. So let's see what we can do here. Well, this is interesting. I got a remote deal here. I started opening up last night. I was here very late last night. I was here till, this is the latest I've ever stayed here. I was here till almost 11 o'clock at night. It was a Saturday night, Sunday right now. So this remote deal, I was going through it and I opened it up. This guy's got some cool stuff. He had, this is a fighter. It's like a Russian Soviet fighter pilot helmet, goggles, and the gas mask, or like the oxygen mask, not the gas mask. This stuff I think is authentic. It looks authentic. It's not terribly expensive. The glass is cracked here. I'm gonna just offer him 50 bucks on this whole rig and I'll probably be able to get, I don't know, maybe 80, 90, 100, somewhere in that region. If this had a radio attached to it, this would be expensive, but alas, it does not. This looks authentic. I have no reason to believe that this is a reproduction of any kind. I mean, you can tell it's got quite a bit of wear. So I'm going through, he sent me an itemized list of all that I was expecting to find in the package. I'm going through and I see there's some Nazi stuff. So I pulled this out and like I just, in a weird headspace last night, even though it said Nazi stuff on it, I looked at this, I was like, well, what's this thing? And then I blew into it and I started making a TikTok about it. And then I turned it over and I thought, oh shit, it's a Nazi bugle. But looking at it closely, this is kind of what made me put the brakes on the whole deal. Cause I was gonna send this guy a $400 offer for the fighter pilot gear and the coins I'm gonna show you guys in a second, the bugle. But as I'm looking at this thing, I noticed right here, it looks like it's glued. And this doesn't look like a very high quality item. Granted, the Reich was not making very high quality stuff because they were just, their economy was in shambles. Everything was going to the war effort. This looks kind of suspect. And so I started doing some research. I asked my Discord and everyone on Discord was like, you got to be careful. Those are faked so often. If this is real, this is worth $300 to $400. If it's real. But the glue, whatever's going on here, gave me a reason for pause. So I just decided it's late, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna resume this tomorrow. I messaged an individual that I do a lot of consulting with, or he consults me on Nazi shit. He's an expert and he approached me about 2 months ago. He's been very helpful. So I sent him photos of this and I haven't opened up the Instagram message yet, so let's take a look. That is a reproduction, I thought so. It should be an SA bugle, but the eagle is nowhere near the real one, just a sec. So here's what an original looks like. Yeah, you see, you can just tell. It is so much higher quality than the one that I have. Okay, so not only is his bugle fake, but these were the coins, you know, I had offers ready. The medium price on these coins was like 20 bucks each. They're worn down, they're Mexican silver pieces, but I tabled it for the evening. I went home, I came back today, and I looked at these coins again and I picked one up and I thought, wait a minute. It doesn't feel silver. Wait a minute. And I'm looking at these and I'm thinking, this feels light. So this coin here, for example, right? So these are supposed to weigh 22.5 grams. This is right there. If the weight is off, it's not good. And the reason why weight is so important is they make every coin exactly the same. It is a precise manufacturing process. So if something is off, it's a dead giveaway that it's fake. And it's really, I mean, you have to have all the original materials and all the original manufacturing process to make a counterfeit. Even if, basically, if you're making a counterfeit, it's gonna have all the actual materials of the coin. You're basically making illicit examples of the coin that are every bit as good as the original coin. Let's take a look at this, watch this. That's too light, 17.2. There's no goddamn way in hell this is real. I put these on my Sigma. None of these are real. I strongly doubt they were doing this on purpose, but you know, I don't send me fake shit because I will pick it up. Guess who it is? He is a con, he's the con artist. And he's coming in, he's the con artist. Here he comes, he's YouTube gold. Welcome, how are you?
Okay, good.
Good, you got some more stuff for me. All right, we got ourselves, oh boy.
This stuff here, I don't think you'll buy this.
You just set all that right there.
So I don't think you'll buy that. It's all lights, it's brand new.
Yeah, I definitely.
With brand new lights. Yeah. Hey, those are with money, sir. No, those are with money. Sorry.
No, I don't want to buy them. Unfortunately.
Can you buy them?
I really can't buy these.
They're
worth money, are they? Okay, so let's see what we got today. Okay, I have
The devil's this. You don't know what it is, and I don't know what it is, and I don't want it. Big, heavy candlestick. Christmas item. A solid brass Snoopy from 1958. Okay, this is a little bit better.
Do you like that, sir?
This I like, yeah. A watch that's, you know, some costume, jewelry. I was gonna put it on, but it doesn't fit. Some more costume. So I don't want this.
Really?
I don't want this because I don't even know what this is, and it's heavy, and it's made from brass. The other stuff I guess I'm interested in.
Do it. Make me feel good today. Make me feel good today.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at $25.
Sir, is that the best you can do?
That's where I'm comfortable with on this stuff. You don't have any precious metal here. It's costume. The only reason I'm doing 25 and not 15 is I'm gonna take a chance on these. So 25.
Okay.
Okay. You want to grab 25?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, let's kind of go over everything here. So, I mean, it was typical shit. He was trying to pawn some light bulbs off on me. I like the Snoopy thing here. This is from 1958. It's brass. This might be a $15 or $20 item. This is all costume crap for a big lot. These watches are crap. Christmas shit's gonna live in the basement. But this is where the money is. These prints, you know, I bought another art print from him for, I think I paid $25 for the whole deal. Just the print I got $40 on. These are about $40, $50 each, these prints. So I'm gonna get all my money back and then some just with these. I mean, I'm gonna be doubling my money just with these. And then the rest of it's just pure profit. So we like the con artist. He does give me good shit occasionally, but my God, is he a headache to deal with.
This lot right here, I have $70 into this. It's a bunch of coinage from ancient Japan. Got 20 seconds left. I did a TikTok about this that was very successful. I actually paid to have the TikTok promoted. So current bid's 202.50. This might go to 250. What a score this is gonna be. Even at 202, I'm happy. Where's my bid sniper? Come on. Nobody. I'll be damned. Any last minute bidders? Come on. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Score of 0. Shit, this might have gotten trolled. So this is the lot that just ended. It is a bunch of Japanese coins from the Tokugawa era, and then there's some more modern, well, not modern, these are probably over 100 years old. Some Japanese yen, they're mostly 10 yen notes. These ones are about uncirculated. Like I said, I paid $75 for all the stuff here. Just went for 200. We'll see if the bidder follows through or not. Even at a second chance, I think the top bid was like 170, 180. So I'm sure I'm gonna come out just fine on this. But these coins are very interesting. And obviously I love Japanese stuff. I majored in Japanese studies. I got the question on TikTok, why do they have holes in them? Just to make it easier to manufacture. It reduces the surface area, it means you need less material. It's easier to produce a coin that is missing part of its surface volume. So this one here is from, looks like sometime in the 1800s. This is 100 mon. This is 1 mon. The stuff is from Empire of Japan, World War II era. He paid. That's what's up. What's going on, you guys? We're Between the Pawn. I'm Evan, and joining me, we have a very special guest for this Between the Pawn. TikTok comedian superstar Brad Goss is on the program today. Brad, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am doing great. Thank you so much for coming onto the program. I wanted to have you on because we do kind of the same. I mean, we both do comedy, but we're also two individuals that are running businesses through TikTok. And I just think, you know, you're doing something a little bit different than me. I'm running a coin shop, you're selling your books, but there's not enough people that are doing TikTok for business. And it's, you know, we both have success stories with it. So what got you into coins?
Currency and coins have always been fascinating to me. So like money, the art of money, uncut sheets of money. You know, when I was a kid, and like, you know, you'd watch the A-Team and they would open up the briefcase full of money. I always got like a little hard, you know, it was just like money. And I don't know what it was, but it was like, it's not just like the power that it has, but like something about holding the physical thing always fascinated me, even as like a kid.
What is your most expensive coin? Or like, what was the first expensive coin that you obtained? And I guess what's your most expensive one now?
That's a good question. Off the top of my head, I don't know what my most expensive one is. Like I have some 1 ounce gold coins and 1 ounce platinum coins. So those would probably be among the most expensive. I have a couple that are more rare than others.
Yeah.
Like I really got into this, and I got this one here. I don't know if you've ever seen these. I'm sure you have.
Yeah, the beast.
The Unicorn of Scotland 10 ounce silver. And then I bought I don't know why I like that design so much, so I bought the matching platinum.
Oh, I've never seen the platinum one. That's cool. Yeah.
And then I bought the matching gold one for it. This one here.
Wow.
Yeah, they have 2-ounce ones as well.
Those I haven't seen, and I have not seen any platinum or gold ones coming in.
Do you buy platinum?
Oh, I sure do. I don't buy rhodium and palladium. I'm extremely bullish on. That's going to be your lowest cents on the dollar kind of precious metal. I don't do copper. I had a guy who was, his family was optometrists, and his last name was like C or something really funny. So like his like family practice was like C optometry or something like that. But he had all of his late grandfather's gold-filled glass rims, and he had like a big gallon bucket full of them. And I think I paid him like $5,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw a video of you hammering teeth the other day. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, what I love about that, maybe you saw the follow-up on it, was I've been doing that because it gets views. I know goddamn well that I could break a diamond with a hammer, but I didn't pay anything for the diamond in the first place. And I recently noticed, kind of like how, I think I've learned a lot from you and how you formalize your videos and just you see what works and what doesn't, and the things that work, you just run with it.
Right.
And I just, when I smash things, like just aggressively smash them, no, the videos do great. All the jewelers just lose their minds because I'm not doing it properly. But it's like, it's I'm not on here to do things properly. I'm on here to get views.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
Yeah, the teeth are good. I mean, like I said, I've been doing it with these rings, but there's a better way of doing it. I bought this. It's a half a carat. And this I'm not gonna hit with a hammer because I could break it, and like I'm gonna get a couple of $100 extra off of this today. This was a lady. She went to this local shop called Jared, and they have all their. I think Jared's local. Maybe Jared's national, but they put a lot of money into advertising, and it's every time I see somebody bringing in a ring from Jared, they got fucking scammed. I paid the lady I think $300 on this ring, and she said it cost her fiance $5,000.
Oh my god!
Like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Wow. So you buy diamonds for anything, or is it mostly just for the gold weight of the ring?
Yeah, for the gold weight. So I don't have a GIA. I'm really weak on diamonds. When I left my apprenticeship, I wasn't ready to leave. It's just everything kind of turned into a bunch of drama. So I was like, fuck it, I quit. I'm out of here. So I hadn't finished learning everything. And like diamonds, like I said, weakest area. So when it comes in here, I'm hesitant to buy it. I know roughly what to pay wholesale. But if you're bringing in some great big diamonds, I just can't buy it. I had a guy that came in the other week with, each diamond was 1.5 carats, and there were these tiny little gold earrings with these big fucking diamonds on them. And he said he wanted $5,000. I was like, okay, take it up the street to the jeweler because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I mean, in most instances, when people come in here, they just want to sell the stuff, and I'm able to make an educated guess, and I usually do well.
Right.
Not always, but usually.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people just don't value used diamonds. It's just like it's so hard.
Scam. It's all the whole thing.
Exactly.
Like the beers, they're not that actually valuable. I mean, they have industrial purposes, but it was just it's kind of like Valentine's Day. Just created out of nothing, and now there's a multi-billion-dollar industry behind it that's smoke and mirrors, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things.
Tell us about your Chuck E. Cheese endeavors, because I love that. I fucking love that you did this.
So part of being a kid and being fascinated with coins and currency was going to Chuck E. Cheese in like 1982 for my birthday, or 83 or whatever year it was. And they gave us, a handful of these brass tokens to go and play the video games. And they were so shiny, and they seemed so cool, but you could only spend them in the restaurant at the games. So you had to unload them all. You have these weird memories from when you were a kid, but I remember watching an employee of Chuck E. Cheese walk over to a video game machine with a bucket and fill the bucket with the tokens. And I remember thinking, like, and I 1982, what was I, 9? I remember thinking I wanted to rob that man. And like, so I've always had this kind of weird fascination with them, and I browsed we have a classified website here, kind of like Craigslist in Canada. It's called Kijiji, and I was browsing this website. So he listed them as in the coin section, and they were Chuck E. Cheese tokens, and I saw them, and I was like, oh my god! And they had just filed for bankruptcy, and I remember thinking, wow, I wonder when they phased these out. So I did a little research. And, they went to a tap card in like 2005, but before that they were using these brass tokens. And so I bought them off the guy for like $5. He had just like, I don't know, however, I can't remember how many he had, 20 or 30 of them. I remember thinking, I wonder if these are valuable. And so I went and searched on eBay, and there were lots of them available, but they were cheap. And some people were selling them by the pound. I don't know. Sometimes I get stupid things in my head and I can't get them out. And I'm like, I need to buy all of these. Like all of them. And I did. I bought them all. And then, I mean, you can still buy them now, but I've driven the price up. Like the price of a Chuck E. Cheese token from the 1980s is going up. And I keep buying them. And I look at garage sales now. I'm always looking for them. Like, who's got them? Where can I find them?
What's your average cost of acquisition, either per pound or per token? Do you know?
Depends on the year, but originally I was paying like, a token had a value of 25 cents. So to me, if I could pay less than that, then it was a good deal. I was usually getting them for 5 to 10 cents each.
And what are they going for now?
Like we put them in these like slabs.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, that's a good looking blank slab.
Yeah, I bought these.
TCGS quality.
Yeah, I bought these from China in a box. By putting them in the slabs, we were able to get like $20-$30 for them.
Jesus Christ.
So
that's found money.
We set up a table at the 80s toy show and with my daughters, and we sold a few, and it was just like a fun endeavor to see how it was going to go. But people were like, you could see people were like, oh, Chuck E. Cheese tokens, and they like, I had ones from the 90s and 2000, or the ones from the 2000s I was selling for $1 each. But the ones from the 80s I was selling for like $20 each, and a lot of people were trying to pick their birth year or whatever. So it was like nostalgic for people.
Wow, that's brilliant. So ever since I heard that story, I have been racking my brain about what can I corner a market on that's like that. And I did find something, but I opened my mouth too quick and it's already run away from me. So do you know about the Minerva dollars?
Don't say Beanie Babies. What's a Minerva dollar?
I wish, because I got a fuck ton of Beanie Babies. I wish I could drive the price up on that. Minerva dollars, I covered them on Pawn Man last week, 2 weeks ago. They're these coins. It's called the Minerva dollar. It's silver overlaid with 24 karat gold. So there is 24 grams of pure silver, so just under an ounce. It's like 80% of an ounce. And then there's 10 grains of 24 karat gold, so about 60-70% of a gram. It melts at about $80. But I found out about these about 2.5 months ago through a podcast that I like. And I thought, oh, I bet I could do that with those. Well, shit, I looked them up. They're going for about $150 each. Okay, so if I got all 10,000, that's $1.5 million. I don't have $1.5 million to just sink into this pipe dream that I've had. So I started buying some, and I bought 4 of them. I bought one that was graded from Poland, and I bought 3 raw ones. I won them at auctions. So the first one I paid $150, and the next one I paid about $175. The next one I paid $200. The graded one I paid $230, and I was pissed about that. And then I covered it on my YouTube show. One sold last week for $450. So they have exploded in price. And I don't know if it's people trying to outbid me because they know that I'm willing to pay top dollar to get them. I'm not going to pay $450 on them. It's too much. I think I was bidding to like $400 on the last one. But I just, by talking about them, I've driven the price up. Unfortunately, I couldn't get enough of them. So now I got to find something else to do that with because these are too expensive now. There's something here. There's something to consider and think about. There's got to be something else out there. And just with the power of social media, being able to reach these audiences, we could push up prices.
Have you seen these ones? Have you seen the masks? They're like the Iron Man.
Is that pure silver?
Yeah.
No, I have not seen those. Those are cool. Is that from New?
Yeah, these are Fiji.
Fiji, yeah, New and Fiji.
Spider-Man one.
I have a different Spider-Man one. It's from I think it's on the New Zealand Mint. I don't know how they got the rights to do that, but that must have been quite a deal. Because like New is putting out like Disney properties and Warner Brother properties and like all these like big film studios and like franchises and stuff. They've sold the rights off to have bullion made, and it's very cool.
Yeah, it was Royal Canadian Mint was doing it, and then they dumped the licensing program, and then New Zealand Mint picked it up. And yeah, they're killing it, man. They're killing it.
Because Canada made the Superman ones from like 2015, right?
Yeah, I've got those.
Cool. Yeah, and it's pretty interesting, some of the ones that are coming out now. I'm trying to keep as many as I can on my showcase because it looks good and they do sell.
They even did Superman bullion, like just straight up bullion coins.
Yep, those I've seen.
Yeah, I actually was when they first came out, I was buying them because they were like only a few cents more than the maples.
What was your most recent one?
This one here from New Zealand Mint. It's the Batman.
Oh, that's cool.
Batman 1 ounce silver.
Let me show you one that I got. So I have this from 1993. Batman here on one side, and then it's got Catwoman on the other side, but the Batman has some like really good toning.
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to get 175 on this. This is one of those, if I have to sit on it for a while, I don't mind because it takes up space in my showcase and it looks good. And
yeah, it takes up height.
Yeah, exactly. So we had one viewer question coming in. I usually get more. For some reason, I only got one viewer question for us. Omi writes, question for Between the Pawn. Have you ever dealt with any really unusual currencies like jade coins or wampum? Have you ever seen wampum, Brad?
No.
I haven't either. Trying to think of the weirdest
Those North Korean bills you brought in were kind of weird.
Those are, yeah. Actually, I got some sitting right here. I got some guy I found on an internet rabbit hole. It took me fucking, I don't even want to tell you where and how I found him, because then everybody wants to know where I found him. It's like, no, my margins are really good. I'm gonna keep quiet on this. But he's got currency from all over the world. He's got such hot currency from such terrible areas. Like, it's almost like this guy was like catered like for me, or like designed for me to like shop from him. So I've been getting a lot of DPRK notes from him. I have some North Korean coins that I'm getting from him that are graded silver coins. They're really expensive. Wow.
The weirdest thing I have is this one here. It's this is Australia, and it's an 8.
What? Is it made from silver?
It's a silver 8. It's a coin, and it has like koi fish on the front.
Okay, question 2 coming in from Nick Hooper. Nick writes, what's Brad's favorite coin?
My favorite coin is I have a 1/4 ounce gold from Britain. What are they called? The one with the little horse on it. What's that?
Sovereign.
And it's because my dad gave it to me, and he found it. So it actually showed up in his change when he was like in his 30s. He just got some change and he looked at it, and there was it has the Queen's head on the back, and it kind of is the size of a Canadian penny, and someone mistook it for a penny, and it floated around, and he got it back in his change.
Wow.
And he had it, all this time, and he gave it to me a few years ago. And so it's my favorite coin because it's got a cool story, because it's like it's not in a case, but it's it's a 1/4 ounce of gold, and it's a sovereign, and it's like my dad gave it to me, and it's like he got it in his change. Like, how cool is that?
Yeah, kind of unheard of. I don't know if I've ever heard of anybody getting gold in change returned.
Never heard of that from anyone.
Certainly silver on accident. Like, I can think of like 3 times in my life where I've gotten it back, but not gold. My favorite coin is the Lord Baltimore coinage from the 1600s, 1658, 1659. Long story short, colonists in America did not have coins because you couldn't mint coins outside of England. It was a law if you were a subject of England. But Lord Baltimore of Mary's Land, or I should say his son, was like, yeah, we're gonna make our own because the people living here need some coins. So he just defied England and he made his own coins. He did them for 2 years, and they are very, very expensive. The ones that survived and are still out there, they're like, a shitty one will be like 10 grand.
I think I saw one of those on an episode of Pawn Stars.
Yeah, indeed there was one. I just love the story, and I love the defiance. It's like kind of like some early Americanism. Like, nope, we do things a little bit differently on the side of the pond now.
Yeah, we started our own mint. Screw you.
Last thing I want to ask you about running TikTok for business. Tell me about your successes with it. Tell me about your constraints and just what it means to have TikTok take down a video and monkey with your business, because this is something that happens to me a lot.
Yeah, I've had about 90 videos taken down. I've had multiple suspensions, not completely banned, but everything but. Somehow I've been able to stay on the line of not getting banned, although I know a lot of people who have been. But I get a lot of videos taken down that just make no sense, and then they'll say harassment and bullying or minor safety or something weird, and I'm like, what? How did?
I'm reading a video about historical facts. Who am I bullying? They're all dead.
And then I'll appeal it, and then I won't win, and then I'm like, and then I'm just out of options. So I've actually shifted my comedy to meet them where they are. The thing is that there's a generation of people now where they wear their trauma like a badge, and so when I talk about trauma, they have to come at me with their you can't talk about my thing. And well, everybody has a thing, so that means we can't talk about anything. So, you know, so it's been hard because those people are very loud, and you know, but I've been able to shape things in such a way. Like I did a book recently. Like I do these children's books, you know, these adult children's books, and I did one recently, and I called it Uncle Bob Can't Wait to Show Me His Knob. And have you seen it?
Not only have I forget what I wrote a comment that TikTok took down.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I wrote something along the lines of, I had an Uncle Bob and he showed me his knob or something like that.
So the whole time in the video, you're thinking, oh my God, you know, he comes and he picks you up from school, and you know, things, we know there's problems. He has problems with his mental health, and he has, you know, the drug problem, and we kind of take you through the various Uncle Bob issues, and then we're in the car, and he's like, I can't wait to show you my knob. And, you know, we get home and the police are there, and you're like, oh my God, why are the police there? And mom and dad are there, and they look concerned. And then at the end, we find out that that your parents' house was broken into, and Uncle Bob came over and changed the doorknob because it was broken. But the whole time you're like, this is going to a dark place. This is going to a dark place. And so by turning that corner, now it's like, you know, TikTok's like, I don't know what to do with this. So they took it down, but then when I appealed it, they put it back up, and now I get away with Uncle Bob. And so I've been doing like, you know, like I have a new one coming out tomorrow, or actually it's out now. It's called Candy's Nuts. Come in the morning each day. And it's like, you know, this girl Candy, and she makes nuts. And it's, you know, it's just like all these nuts jokes, you know, but done in a way that it's like she's just at the farmer's market with her nutsack. It's funny because when you call them out on wanting to censor things, they're like, I don't believe in censorship. And you're like, but that's what you're doing. You're censoring everything. But, you know, to be fair, I mean, with all that, I have, you know, I've built a business. I've published 89 books, and, you know, I sell a lot of books because I read them for free on TikTok. And one of the most common comments is, why would I buy it when you just read it to me for free? And it's like, you don't have to, fam. You do whatever you want, you know, like, but some people have friends that they buy gifts for, you know, and you know, and it's like, you know, and it's amazing how giving it away to millions of people sells it to thousands. I think what you're doing is really cool. Like, I love watching your videos. I love seeing how you you turn the deals into content. So it's like, even if the deal doesn't work out to be 100% profitable, the content turns out to be profitable, and it builds the brand. And it's just like, you know, and that's the key. Like, there's a reason why Pawn Stars and Hardcore Pawn, these kinds of shows, even like Storage Wars and American Pickers, these kinds of shows stay on the air because people are interested in the deals that are being made, what things are worth, like, I've never seen that before. Now you know a little bit of history on it. You can educate me on the item. It's cool. It's fun to watch.
Brad, I shan't take up any more of your time. It's late. It's almost 10 o'clock here, so I'm going to get going home. Do you have any pluggables you want to plug? You're on TikTok. You're on YouTube.
Just Brad Goss everywhere. That's me. This is how you spell it. It looks like goose, but it's Goss.
He's got children's books. He's hilarious. And again, you guys know where to find me. I'm at Evan Kale, at Pawnman on social media. Subscribe here on TikTok. Hit the notification button so you know when new episodes of Pawnman are coming out. Become a Pawnman Patreon, you guys. Every dollar I get goes toward improving the show. Get my books on Amazon. Post your questions for the next episode of Between the Pawn. And yeah, follow Brad, follow me, get Brad's books, and get mine. I'll see you guys back here for another episode of Pawnman. Later, guys.
See ya.